here at the 1300. This is the running of the horsepower, a night at the races handicap. Wonderful fundraising initiative. Looking forward to that evening as the starter heads to the ladder. McFasson with the red light going on. They're set to go here in the last. Racing Choice Command, first of them away with Masquerade, Sound of Fury, Rebel Knight going up there as well shortly after the start. Easing back is Willow River, going forward Mickey Blue Eyes. I'm Icy is out there very, very wide on the course when they settle down. Back on the inside next of all, getting going is Wild Galah, being followed further back by Thrilled in the second half of the field. And then came Little Flirt, last of all is Crystal Dane as they'd sorted themselves out at the 800. Sound of Fury had crossed to the rail and led the way from I'm Icy. Outside of those, trapped there deep is Super Terratoa. Back on the inside, Choice Command. Rebel Knight next in the centre. Around them now, tracking forward, 3 deep there with cover Mickey Blue Eyes, who's starting to pull his way up into contention, being followed further back then by Pearls and Prawns out wider. A run coming from the back of the field there by Crystal Dane. Towards the inside next, Wild Galah coming away from the fence in front of Willow River. Masquerade, Little Flirt and Thrilled is starting to warm up to the task here at the 250, but still about 4 from the leader. Mickey Blue Eyes had run to a lead of about a length over Rebel Knight, Crystal Dane. It's Crystal Dane, Rebel Knight coming out after Mickey Blue Eyes. Rebel Knight in the middle, went to Mickey Blue Eyes. Little Flirt coming from absolutely nowhere. Rebel Knight hit the front though in the shadows, and Rebel Knight won from either on the inside, Mickey Blue Eyes, Crystal Dane and Little Flirt, who came from virtually last at the 300. Right behind those, Wild Galah. Willow River was next. Not a bad run either from the roughie. Followed home then by Pearls and Prawns, Choice Command, Masquerade, I'm Icy. Back there in the field when they'd pulled up is Thrilled, who didn't certainly do that with its backers in the last. Sound of Fury and Super Terratoa. Mitchell Pateman ends the day with a double. Accelerate into Rebel Knight. Rebel Knight. Darren McAuliffe prepares. That's a double for that stable as well. Shares the spoils. Darren McAuliffe with the Neville Parnham here today, both with training doubles. The DMAC yard produced the last 2 winners. Rebel Knight at odds here. Wins from Mickey Blue Eyes. Little Flirt grabbing second from Crystal Dane. Rebel Knight parked up there near the pace, getting back a bit in class as well at its second run this prep, and has proven just a little too good. The universal ruler gelding over Mickey Blue Eyes, who'd worked up 3 deep. He did find the back of one that could drag him to the corner, and hitting the front shortly after straightening, but run down late. And a big effort by Little Flirt from where she was at the 300, back there near enough to last. A long neck, a long head of the margins in 119.56, 36.57 there, the concluding 600. Rebel Knight raced by Impressive Racing along with Madames Davis and Rouston Shepherd. Also M. Antonis, Grant McCleary, S. Illingworth, D. Munro, Whitaker and King, Buckingham, Green, Jelbick, Skeen, Snow, Billing, Sharon, Grant and Eifler, and ridden by Mitchell Pateman. Scoring from Mickey Blue Eyes by Medaglia d'Oro out of Carolina Bella. Michael and Chris Gangemi, ridden by Clint Johnston Porter, with Little Flirt back there in 3rd place by Demerit from Le Flirt, Rob Matthews, Jason Whiting. Okay, we'll round it out. We'll take you back now into the enclosure and to the winner's stall. Down there greeting Mitchell Pateman on his way back is Brittany Taylor.
Well done, Mitchie.
I am Darren McAuliffe here. Now, anyone who's been listening on course on Sky Thoroughbred Central and we're listening to DMAC after the win of XLR8 should have full pockets right now, because DMAC, you absolutely declared this horse. What gave you so much confidence?
Dry track.
Is that so important for him?
Well, heavy 8, you know, he'd been working really, really well leading into his first up run. His trial was very, very good. But yeah, he hit that heavy 10. And it wasn't just a heavy 10. I mean, from about the 250 onwards, it was bottomless, you know, and he really stopped noticeably if you go back and watch the replay of his first up run. So getting on the dry track today, having the run under his belt, and the way he worked Saturday morning up the back straight at Black Hill, it was, yeah, it'd take a pretty smart one to beat him today.
We're looking for a few more declarations. Tomorrow, My Fury. Expectations?
It'll just be winning.
So we're rolling in our winnings from Accelerate, from Rebel Knight into My Fury. How are your team going, in particular the 2-year-olds upcoming?
We've got a couple of handy ones.
You said to me off air, you'll win the initial plate.
Maybe.
Which one are we looking out for?
I can't tell you. I'll have to kill you.
Is it just one, or are there a couple there?
Yeah, no, we've got a couple of really nice babies. We're pretty fortunate. We've not, to be totally honest, we've not had a real up and about. Like 2-year-olds, they just come along, they are what they are. Yeah, no, we're pretty fortunate. We've got a couple of pretty sharp ones that are well and truly above average. So, yeah, we'll see if I'm right or if I'm a mug.
We'll soon see. You're very much right here. Well done.
Thank you.
There's Darren McAuliffe, some big declarations there. We'll find out who those 2-year-olds are, don't you worry. And Scott's with Mitch Pateman.
I certainly am. He finishes the day with a double. Really nice to see you back in the winner's circle, Mitchell. And this horse, it's been a while for him, but he's always had enough ability, just a few issues like yourself.
Yeah, a lot of issues, mate, apparently. No, he's always had really good ability. He's run second in a black type race to Cup Night from memory, so that's good enough to be winning any midweek race.
What sort of run did you get today?
Yeah, really good. I sort of was lucky, got into the 1 out 1 back line and got a good track into it. And yeah, when I peeled off Mickey Blue Eyes' back, it gave a good kick, but I always knew he was going to be tough late, and that he was.
Look in the form book, this horse was beaten out of sight first up, but you always listen to what Darren McAuliffe's got to say.
Yeah, I think maybe he just didn't handle that really heavy track and back on top of the ground today and back into a bit easier company. Yeah, that'll do his confidence a world of good, and hopefully he can get back to what he showed early days.
Congratulations, well done.
Cheers, mate, thanks.
Mitch Pateman, Darren McAuliffe combined with the 2 Rebel Knight to take out the final race of the day. Got good declaration there for My Fury tomorrow, Scott, which I know is a horse that you liked.
Well, I think My Fury's odds on, Britt, so punters can each to their own, but if they've filled up on Darren McAuliffe here in the back half of the card, why wouldn't they follow up? Chloe Has a Party rides in a maiden. My Fury should be hard to beat.
And the 2-year-olds that he said, D-Mac said, I never thought that I would train at a winner of an initial plate from Heavy Sand. He said, I think I can do it this year. He said there's got 2 nice ones, a Nakoni and a Schwarzia. So we've got that out of him. Now we just got to find out the horses' race names. But we will do that. There'll be some sleuths at home who I'm sure can figure it out. We'll see if he is indeed right. Looking forward to that. Seems so crazy that we could be even talking about these 2-year-olds coming up in the not too distant future.
Initial plate's a couple of weeks into October, so that's not very far away at all. And by that stage, we're back at Ascot.
Yeah. Crazy. It's this year is flying by, that is for sure. Hopefully you've managed to back a couple winners, particularly that one in the last, and looking forward to bringing you Saturday's meeting here from Belmont. It's good night from us.